Alrighty guys, and welcome back to another mock video from BrickByBrick, and today I was bored, so I decided I'd build something, and I took the Jay's Electromech set and used all the parts, or used only the parts from that set. This is all the leftovers. I just attached them together because, you know, I don't know, this is nothing, so don't worry about it. I mean, maybe it's a gun. It's my really awful brick build representation of a gun. We'll leave that alone. I didn't touch this at all, but using the rest of the pieces, I put something together. So, you know, I restricted myself to the pieces that were available. And originally, I was going to build a little airplane thing, because I got the idea to use these blades as wings. So I kind of stuck with that for the most part. And it's a little bit tough, but you can separate that off, and then you have just a little plain section. But I also created some attachable limbs, I guess, and they don't really attach themselves together very well. But you know, we'll take a look at the little plane that I started with first. And I originally just had these two blades using the Technic pieces from the thing. But then I figured I'd attach the swords on the front. It gives it an interesting look, and I kind of like how the wings came out. You know, it's This, I didn't really have any pieces left over, so I kind of just threw the pieces that I had that made it look okay. You know, it's could be better. Like, I like this blue piece there, but these two pieces, I would have liked another, maybe longer one of those, but obviously they're not included. I just attached the jade blade in the back as well, because, you know, maybe he's on a mission to retrieve it, so he's got to need a place to store it when he, you know, actually gets it. I use these slopes in the front. I wish that there was another, that there were more brackets, so I could have done some more sideways building. I probably would have attached these on the front and, you know, made it look a little bit more sleek, but, you know, there were only these brackets, so that was the limit for sideways building, really. Or conventional sideways building, at least. Because in the back, I wanted to do some more sideways building to give it kind of like a helicopter propeller. And I thought this was pretty clever. I just used a ball joint, and then, you know, one side obviously has the studs facing up, one side doesn't. And then for the little thing on the top, I just used a clip. Interesting, you know, techniques that had to be used. Obviously limited by parts, so, you know, I'm happy with this solution here. It doesn't look the best, but, you know, it does get that spinning function that I kind of wanted. However, you do kind of hit that out of the way most of the time. So, you know, but here is my, or here are my little blades. I think that this is where they're supposed to be. Right? Yeah, they're supposed to be that far forward. And I just attached these little legs to make it kind of similar to the Fangpire mech in style, where it's like got the legs but nothing, you know, no arms or anything really. Like, the Fangpire mech might have had arms, but also like some of the new Ninjago movie things. And it kind of gives it a forward tilt because the back leg's a whole lot longer than the front ones. So I like the, you know, the angle that you get there, the downward look. I think that is, you know, good, and that's what I was going for there. But the legs are very simple, just some limited posability. You can walk it around a little, but they, you know, the third leg in the back was needed for stability, really, because otherwise it would kind of like lean forward or fall back. So, but I think that it gets an interesting shape there. And I'd had a bunch of parts left over, so I threw together this, which I was actually really exceptionally happy with for what it, you know, for the pieces that it was. I'd had this one double ball joint, and then the other things, that was really the bulk of it. So I kind of just attached them together and then started thinking, what can I do from here? And I kind of made it into this little submarine thing, like a little underwater drone, kind of. And it's got like this. There would be a camera attached on here, you know, really, but like I didn't have any pieces. The closest that I got to anything that kind of looked like a camera was just attaching this onto there. But I don't know, I felt it looked better without it, so I just left it. I guess maybe turning it backwards, I don't know. See, you know, very limited by parts there. But I think that it looks good the way it is, and it kind of looks like an anglerfish almost in shape. And it's got a little light on the front, you know, that works for me. And it has these, which are kind of its little claws. It can't really grab anything just because of the way that it, you know, these fingers are. They really aren't fingers. But, you know, the best it can do is kind of like, you can go like that, and you can kind of pick stuff up, and like small stuff. You know, but it works, I think, and I like how it's, you know, they've got a little bit of extra posability because ball joints. I guess it's not the most stable thing, but I threw some gears in the back just to make it look a little bit more technique-y, you know, got some more detail there, and then it's just got these little kind of fins or stabilizers on the back, so. You know, it's something, and I'm kind of happy with how it turned out. And it has the double stud shooters in the back, because, I don't know, maybe Chop will come and attack him underwater. So, you know, I just did what I could with the leftover parts, and I'm happy with this thing, actually. Overall, I'd say that this is, you know, a decent rebuild. Not one of the best I've ever done, but then again, I did it in like 15 minutes, and it's a small set, so I didn't have many parts. There wasn't a whole lot I could have done, or a whole lot that I saw that I could have done, and, you know, when I started, I didn't expect that I'd end up here. I kind of wanted to stay away from the whole mech thing. However, you know, most of the parts are very mech-based. A large percentage of them are, because it's such a small one. So I was kind of stuck with moving something, so I used legs on there. I think that it gets where I wanted it to go, and basically I just did this while I was bored, you know, so I think that for the probably 30 minutes I spent on it, it's, you know, good enough, and I'm happy enough with it to share it with you guys. So if you guys, you know, like this and would like to see me show you how to build it, then maybe I'll put together some instructions, probably video instructions, just because that's easiest for me. But, you know, I might be able to do that if you guys are interested. So let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you guys all later. Bye, everyone.